Hello everyone! Yeah, I know I haven't posted a video in quite a while, but I know nobody likes to hear excuses as to why people haven't posted a video, so I'm just gonna spare you my excuses. I hope you guys had a lovely holiday season with your family and your friends. I hope your new year is going as best as it possibly can. I know for some people it's not going too well, but for today, I'm just gonna talk to you guys about some of the things I've been enjoying this wintry season. Now, it doesn't get super cold where I am, obviously. Well, actually, it wouldn't be very obvious because you guys don't know where I live. At least not for now. But it doesn't get very cold where I am, so I do experience the season as best as I can possibly experience it, which is moderately cold, but no snow. But there are mountains nearby me, so if I want to actually experience the full snowy glory, I can. But these are just some of the things I've been enjoying. I'm going to break it down into separate little categories so you guys can just skip through to whatever it is that interests you. I'll put the timestamps in the description or in a pinned comment down below, so you guys can just skip around to your, I guess, your category of choice. So we're gonna start with makeup. So I haven't really been buying a lot of makeup lately, mainly because I have too much of it that I need to get through. So we're just not buying that much makeup products if I can avoid it. Obviously, if I find something that's of interest, I'll show you guys. But lately, it's been just like more so like the basic things that you would see in your collection. Okay, so for starters, for those of you that like priming sprays or setting sprays, I've been very much enjoying this NYX, this NYX, bear with me, priming spray slash setting spray. I picked it up at a NYX store, and just as to try something out, I was looking around at setting sprays. My usual setting spray that I would use is the one by Wet n Wild, but I got tired of having to spend like $6 every single time to buy a tiny little bottle of setting spray. So I wanted something a little bit bigger, and then I came across this one. What caught my attention was that it's a priming spray and a setting spray. I didn't know how that could possibly work. On top of that, it's considered a refreshing spray. So I would assume that if your skin is looking a little dry and a little patchy, you could refresh your skin so it wouldn't look that way. It's supposed to give you up to 8 hours of hydration. I can't really say if this gives you 8 hours of hydration. It doesn't seem like it really does. But what it does do is that it does set your makeup and it does prime your skin. I do wear matte foundation, and sometimes if you have, I guess, combination skin like I do, and if you have very dry skin in the winter, you get these dry patches on your face. For me, I get them around like my mouth, like around my upper lip, my mouth, and then like around the cheeks and the chin area. I tend to get these like really flaky dry patches that for some reason they won't go away whether or not I use like a scrub or a moisturizing cream. It just, the foundation sticks to those spots, and it doesn't look very good. It makes your foundation look cakey and not really good. So I tend to put this first before I put on a matte foundation, and it just helps the foundation just lay a lot better. I don't know what is in here. I think it's like, there's a bunch of stuff that they say is in here. One of the things is aloe vera, which is apparently very good for hydration. So maybe it does hydrate my skin for about 8 hours. But then after I'm done with my makeup, I also respray this, and it does help my makeup stay intact as long as humanly possible. I do work, so I am in a location where the heating is on the entirety of my shift. I do get shiny, I do get oily, but it keeps everything from like melting off your face or separating. So if you guys have been looking for a very inexpensive like setting spray slash priming spray, like a 2-in-1, this is what I've been using as of late. And as you can see, I actually am using it. I'm no fake beauty YouTuber here. I'm actually using the product. So this is a really great product. I'll put links down in the description so you guys can get these items if you're interested. I don't really make money out of putting these links down below. It's just for your own convenience. Next item is an item from ColourPop. Now I love absolutely love ColourPop. They're very inexpensive. Their products are really good. I haven't really found many products that I can say I don't like that they do, but this is something that I absolutely love. Now I'm gonna try to cover the mirror so you guys don't get blinded, but this is the Smoke Show eyeshadow palette. Don't know if you guys can see that pretty well. And it's just basically a gray, white, and kind of silvery palette, which I believe was made for my existence. I've been always looking for gray shadows and blacks and just like these really pretty kind of dark colors that I don't really see a lot of people using anymore. So when ColourPop came out with this palette, I'm like, it's made for me. I'm actually wearing these shadows on my eyes right now so you guys can get an idea of what it looks like applied. Let's see if I can remember what colors I used. So I used, actually I'll probably just label them as I go. So I used this little white guy, this silver, and then this black, and a little bit of this little kind of gray purple on my eyes. So you guys get an idea. It's really, really nice, fairly pigmented, very user-friendly. The blacks aren't to the point where if you get too much on your brush, it's gonna like ruin your look. There isn't a lot of fallout, only on like the super shimmery ones, but if you get it on your face or your foundation, it's not gonna ruin your foundation underneath if you wipe it off with a little bit of a powder or whatever. So Smoke Show palette, this is about $12. It's still available on ColourPop's website if you want to get it. And I think it might be available on Ulta as well, but I'm not so sure about that, but I'll link it down below so you guys can see it for yourself. So next is a lip product. I actually got this for myself. Yes, I bought myself a Christmas present. I'm that person. I bought myself a little melt lipstick. Now, I've used melt lipsticks before. I used a blue lipstick that I believe is now discontinued, but that was the only other melt lipstick I bought. But I had just gone through my previous black lipstick and I decided to pick up a new one. It's just a regular matte bullet lipstick. Again, I'm also wearing this on my lips right now. It applies, it takes a while for it to kind of warm up. Once it warms up, it spreads fairly nicely, very easily, and you get a lot of control with these kinds of, with this kind of formula. It's very stiff, it's pretty stiff actually. So you're not gonna really get out of the lines too much. And you do get that matte look without it being like super drying. I know some bullet lipsticks can be pretty drying on the lips and just look kind of cracky. These don't look very cracky. At least you can tell me. I am wearing it on my lips right now. But again, Melt, it's a cosmetics company run by a lovely Latina makeup artist. And then I'll also link this down below for you guys to see. All right, last makeup product. And this has been a product that I come back to every so often. And this is a Wet n Wild eye primer. Now I've used a boatload of eyeshadow primers or eye primers, anything from e.l.f. to Urban Decay, but I always tend to go back to this one for certain seasons. This season, it's been this particular primer. It's just very inexpensive. It's roughly $5. You get a lot of product for what it is, and I would say it definitely compares to the Urban Decay primer potion. It looks like the Urban Decay primer potion. It's kind of, you can see a little bit around the tube. It's kind of cream colored. When you apply it to your eyes, it doesn't leave any kind of residue or anything. Holds your eyeshadow. It's what I have under my eyes right now. And I've been up and about the entire day in the elements, and it's still holding up my eyeshadow very well. So the Wet n Wild eyeshadow primer, the Photo Focus eyeshadow primer. You guys can get it at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens. You don't really have to search high and low for it, but I'll still link it for you guys if you guys need it. Now we're gonna move over to, I guess, some fashion, I guess, a little bit of clothing items. For starters, I'm gonna start with this pullover sweater shirt looking thing. I know it's not Halloween, but it's Halloween every day in my heart, okay? So it's just like this very oversized striped pullover hoodie. That's pretty much it. The reason why I've been loving this is because it has a hoodie. It's so oversized. I've been loving this to sleep in. Now, I am a very small, very small, skinny, tiny, cold person. I'm always cold. So the fact that I can just have something oversized that I can just lounge in is great. I got it off of Zaful, which is kind of like those sites like Shein or Romwe. I don't know if this is still available because I did buy this during like the Halloween season, but if I can find it, I'll link it down below. If you guys just want like an oversized, not super thick pullover sweater, this is it. I want to say this was around $10 to $15. So yeah, just like a little stripy pullover hoodie. All right, next two items, or should I say the next two last items, are my Killstar long sleeves. Now, I talked about these in a previous video before. I'll put a little card up here so you guys can see if you haven't seen that video before, and where I just talk about these a little more in detail, but I have been loving these for the weather right now. They're so comfy, they're so cozy, and they aren't really bulky, so they're very easy to layer. And as you can see, the color, the print is still very good considering I've had them for a few months. So for those of you who wanted an update, I guess this is your update on these shirts. I still wear them. They still have some wear, they have some love. I do tend to wear the skull one more because it's just more my aesthetic. But they're very comfy, very nice. And these, I want to say, are also still available on Killstar's website. If I can find them, I'll link them. Now onto the entertainment portion. So I'm going to start off with this lovely video game. This is Death Stranding by Kojima Productions. If you guys don't know who Mr. Hideo Kojima is, he used to work for Konami. He's the mastermind behind the Metal Gear series. It was his first game on his own without Konami's help, and I spent the better half of December and this month playing this game every single day, little by little after work. This is why I haven't been making any videos, by the way. It's this game's fault. You can yell at this game. Yes, you yell at Norman Reedus. Yeah, it's all his fault. But for those of you who, for some reason, haven't played the game or heard of the game, it's basically a post-apocalyptic world where you play a porter, and your job is to essentially take cargo to different locations, connect different locations into a network, and learn some very interesting tidbits along the way. So essentially, you're Amazon, but like in a post-apocalyptic world. No, it sounds strange, but give it a shot. It's a very interesting game. It's a very beautiful game. It's very cinematic. You can tell a lot of details and a lot of love went into the way this game looks. There's a lot of moments where you're kind of like, is this real life or is this a game? Very beautiful game. I will say though that within the first like 10 to 15 hours of the game, it is kind of mind-numbing and a little bit boring in some aspects, but once you pass that threshold and you actually get into the meat of the story, you'll enjoy it a lot more, I promise. It is a very long game though. If you're a completionist, you're probably going to be spending way more time than I did. I spent maybe a good 3 weeks playing about an hour or two every single day, and I still haven't completely done all of the missions or all the achievements that I could possibly do, mainly because I need my life again. I need my life again. I need to talk to you guys again. This is bad. This was really bad. But yeah, Death Stranding, guys. Check it out. You can play it on the PS4. I believe it's also available for PC. Check your local GameStop or like your Walmarts or your Amazons of the world. I'll put a link as well. Don't worry. I got you with the links, guys. I got you. All right, next. Now, if for some reason you are under a rock and you haven't heard of the beautiful Joker movie, I never got a chance to actually see it in theaters. I was planning to, but it never happened. But so I finally picked it up on DVD because it was cheaper than the Blu-ray. And I actually finally got around to watching it. It's actually a very good movie. You guys have no idea what it's about for whatever reason. It's basically an alternate origin story to Batman's most influential or infamous villain, the Joker. So it's basically just an alternate origin story to the character. Joaquin Phoenix does an amazing portrayal of this character. Now, I can't really say too much without really giving away the whole origin stories, but trust me, just check it out for yourself. Either buy the movie, rent the movie, borrow the movie from the library. Just go watch the movie. It's a really, really good movie. I can see why it's critically acclaimed, and it has earned probably my favorite movie of the season that I've watched. So, The Joker. Lastly, now this is more of a recent endeavor, or I should say a more recent show that came out, and this you guys can watch it on Netflix if you guys already have a Netflix account. If you guys don't, get the free trial for a month. If you don't have that, mooch off your friends. Yes, mooch off your friends. There's friends that will allow you to do it. And that is the true crime documentary called Don't F with Cats. Yeah, it's not about cats, guys. I will say it's not about cats. It's a true crime documentary about a very sick individual. Now, I will say that if you're not interested in true crime, if you're not very comfortable with the idea of other human beings being hurt or killed, I would suggest just to skip this one entirely. But it is a very interesting documentary in the sense that you get to see how truly crazy an individual can get and how the progression gets there. So just a disclaimer, it's a very violent documentary. It's very much reality. It's not like a movie, although it sometimes feels like it's a movie, but it's not. It's very much based on reality. So just a warning that if you're sensitive to those kinds of topics, just skip that recommendation altogether. I will not get mad if you don't take my recommendation for it. All right, lastly, I'm gonna move on to skincare, and that's gonna be my last category. Every season, I'm probably gonna do one of these, and sometimes I might have none for entertainment. Sometimes I might have more for makeup. So every season this will change. So don't expect like the same categorization every single time. So lastly, we have skincare. And I'm going to start with this lovely cleansing bar of soap. Now, this is a brand new one. This is a brand new package. I just bought it not too long ago because mine is getting tiny. So this is what the packaging looks like. It's made by, I think it's made by a Mexican skincare brand. And it's just a salicylic acid acne soap. It's been helping me control my acne better than any other product I have used in the past, which is amazing because literally I've tried almost everything on the market until this. This seems to work the best at controlling my acne, especially if you suffer from, I guess you could say, hormonal acne, or if you break out before your menstrual cycle. If you're a person that menstruates, I have that problem. So I find that it works well for me. Maybe it'll work well for you. And just so you guys know, this is the one I'm using right now. And as you can see, it is a very tiny little bar of soap. So the Asepxia bar of soap, you can find it in your local CVS or Walgreens. That's where I usually pick mine up. But if I find it anywhere, I'll you guys know. Moving on. Now, I know some people will consider this a makeup product, but I would consider it a skincare product. This is the Fourth Ray Beauty Cleansing Oil. Now, I love double cleansing, especially since I tend to wear makeup. I use this to melt away all the cosmetics that have been plastered on my face. It does it so very easily. It's very lightweight. It smells very, very nice, and it's very inexpensive. I want to say it's around $12 to $14. A little bit goes a long way. You don't need a lot to actually melt off your makeup. I have been using it, but I haven't really even made a huge dent in it because of how little I actually need to remove my makeup. A lot of the time, I just usually wear eye makeup. I don't really wear foundation a lot of the time. So this is really, really great. If you want something similar to this, you guys can try using the Neutrogena cleansing oil, but I like the scent of this more. Just because of how lightweight it is and it doesn't stick in my eyes or anything. You can find this on Fourth Ray Beauty's website as well. So if you do double cleansing, consider this. Now I'm down to my last 3 items, guys. I hope you guys aren't bored of me just yet. All right, next is the Simple Moisturizing Cream for the face. I used to use the Pond's moisturizing cream, but I started noticing that as the day would progress, I guess the fragrance in the cream would start to make my eyes burn. So I wanted something that had no fragrance, that basically was as simple as possible, hence the simple cream. So it is pretty much a bare bones moisturizer. It has no scent. It does moisturize my skin for the entire day until I wash my face at night and moisturize with my night cream. And it doesn't burn my eyes, which is very important because I've had that problem with other, like, I guess, day creams, where if they have a fragrance, over time, that stuff will burn my eyes. This does not, and it's very inexpensive. I usually pick up mine at Target, but you could probably definitely find it somewhere else. So that's what it looks like. Next, I'm going to talk to you guys about my night cream. Now, I have been using this recently. I started using this probably towards the end of November, early December, and it's the Neutrogena Ageless Intensifies Night Cream. It's supposed to be like an anti-wrinkle cream. Now, I can't really say if it's done much for wrinkles because I don't have many. I am still fairly young, but I do have these little lines that are starting to appear in between my eyebrows because I'm an angry child. So I've noticed that it has diminished the appearance. Do I think that it's gonna get rid of it? Probably not, but it does diminish the appearance, and it does very much moisturize my skin at night. When I look at the mirror in the morning, my skin is nice and plump. So it definitely moisturizes the skin extremely well. And it is fairly inexpensive. It's under $20, I want to say. Like, I want to say it was like around 16. And all you need is like the size of a pea for your entire face. So I've also been using it. I ain't no fake beauty YouTuber. All right, last item, guys, and then the video is about to end soon. So sad. So sad. It feels like I just got here. Not really. So if you guys are familiar with Dollar Shave Club, and no, this video is not sponsored by Dollar Shave Club. I genuinely like their products, okay? I mean, if they want to. I am here and available and ready whenever they are ready to sponsor me. Please sponsor me. Anyway, so I recently bought this with my usual replenish of razors. I do like their razors and their shave butter. Oh my god, I love their shave butter. It's like my shaving experience has changed, but that's a different video. Anyway, so I wanted to try out their other kinds of products that they carry, and they have shampoo. So I needed shampoo, and I picked up this bottle of sage and black pepper hair and scalp shampoo. Now, I honestly expected this to be shit. That was my initial expectation. This is probably going to be shit. But actually, I was pleasantly surprised. If you have very dry hair, so let's say you've bleached your hair and your hair is like begging for some moisture, this is it. This is an incredibly moisturizing shampoo. It also has, I want to say, like a mint or some kind of peppermint oil. So when you're scrubbing your scalp, it feels like your scalp starts having a cooling sensation, so it feels really nice in the shower. It also helps clean your scalp fairly well. So helps with buildup, moisturizes your hair, doesn't break the bank. It's under $10. What more can I say? The only downside is that if you have more oily hair, this might not work for you because the shampoo itself is very moisturizing. So you may want to skip like your conditioner or use a different kind of conditioning treatment, because I've noticed my hair tends to be like somewhere in the middle. Depending on what I eat, my hair will get more greasy or not. When I use the shampoo and then I use conditioner, sometimes my hair will get very oily very quickly when I use them both together. Meanwhile, if I just use this and then let's say after the shower I use a hair oil on my ends, I have much better luck. So it is incredibly moisturizing. So if you have very dry hair, this is probably your good friend here. Even if you have normal hair, this probably would be good. Probably not very good if you have oily hair. Don't recommend it. All right, guys, that's about all of the things that I have been enjoying this past wintry season. There might be more things I'll enjoy over time, but for now, this is it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know down below if you've used any of these products before. Let's talk. Let's start a conversation here. And of course, if you have any ideas for any future videos, drop them down in the comments down below. I love hearing what you guys have to say or what you guys think. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys. Hi. I'm enjoying a fancy Thai tea with these funny little balls inside of it. I don't know what they are, but they're quite tasty.